Hello, everyone. This is Stacy with SF Johnson Consulting and Construction Services, and we are going to review our uh, painting estimate. This is a the same project we were working on for demo framing drywall. Now we're going to do the paint, and so what we're looking at here is the reflective ceiling plan because that's going to show us or help us. We will use this plan to determine how many square feet of uh, ceiling we have to paint. Now let's see if I printed out everything. Probably not for this one. For some reason this isn't printing. So we're just going to write it out. And now that I've mastered pause on the recorder, that's what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to put together this painting estimate. And when we think about a painting estimate, we think about the ceiling paint, wall paint, door paint, door trim, because that's a different labor rate for trim as opposed to a straight area. And when we think about the doors, we have the labor for the doors that we got from the cost book, but if we go by square feet, typical doors, 3 by 7, and then you have to do both sides. And well, they say a door has 6 sides, and so we just go by the cost book, and we'll go over that. Door trim, so ceiling, walls, door trim, and then it had some other wall trim on this one. And so we did the takeoff already. What we're looking at is the ceiling, and so I think all of the ceiling was painted P1 or whatever, but we'll look at it. And so we have this. Let's take this pan hand off so we can do our square feet. So the main ceiling was 7, 8. We'll just say 788. And then we had the back of the house, which is, we'll say that's plus 160. What was that? 8. We always round up. And then the bathroom was 52. We're not going to round that up. Okay, so we've got 788 plus 168 plus 52. We have 1,008 for that one. All right, and now for the walls, we use the interior elevations, which was real easy. So we have back of the house, and so what it should give you, right? A room has 4 sides, so this is cutting. It's not the best of interior elevation, but I know that's what they want you to use because it's telling you the paint color, for the walls. And so this is the interior. And so for the back of the house and the bathroom is P3. And for the main showroom area was a P1. So that's that one. And then the other side of the building, and this is the storefront. We did that separately, and that's the back of the house, and then the other part of the back of the house, and then we got that, and then we didn't include the door, and then this is the back of the house, the full measure of the back of the house. And so they give you the elevations. It's kind of funky, but that's what we're going to use. And so for this is for the wall paint. And then so for the doors, we're just going to use, I think we had 2 doors. That's all we had was 2 doors. All right, so let's go to the main estimating tab and do all of our paints. See, we did everything. We're going to come back and do a miscellaneous for flooring and wall base. So right here we're just doing, see, we had to paint the awning frame. So that's the additional trim. So we're just going to put, I think I did that awning frame right here. It's 13 feet. And didn't I say times 2? No, we'll just say 13 feet. And then the storefront base had a storefront base. When you have a bad set of plans, it takes forever. Storefront base was, did I just see it? 37 square feet. And that's the trim, cladding, vinyl, paint. Here we go. P1 we had all together from the interior elevations. So that would be the wall. P1 is, because I like to break it down, because when we win, we have to actually buy each of the different paints, right? And then P3, I believe the ceiling was P1. P3 is 875 square feet. And then the ceiling, which was also P1, I did that already. It's 1,080. So we'll add that to P1. 1,008. 15, 6, 0, 2,065. Okay. Let's see. Let's make sure we have it all. And then we have 2 doors. We had the additional trim. And remember, when we do these cost estimates based on nothing, we just do the best we can. And then once we win, we go back and with a fine tooth comb and fix everything. All right, so let's go back to, but what I want to show you the most is how we determine how much paint we need. So let's get the estimate. Here it is, all filled in, ready to go. Today's not the 17th, it's actually the 27th. All right, so we said we had wall paint of, so this is our labor, and we are going to, it's assumed 3 coats. So that's our man-hour unit. This is actually times 3. Okay, so this is the labor times 3, right? Because we have to do a primer and 2 finish coats. But how do I know this? Because I have a cost book that tells me that. I'm not just guessing. Okay, so. And the cost books are based on industry standard, just like when you are equated to when you go to the mechanic, right? They look in the book and they say it's going to take an hour and a half, even though it takes them like 30 minutes. But they still, according to the standard, are able to charge you an hour and a half. Same thing here. So we just go by industry standards when it comes to the man-hour unit. So you got to make sure you have a good cost book and not your uncle. He's not a cost book. All right, so that's why we win. All right, walls. So we said we had, how many walls? Oh, okay. We said we had, I did that with the paint. So all the walls together is 1057. That was P1 wall, and then plus P3 wall was 875. Yeah. So that's 1932. Okay. So that's 1932. That's square feet. It's a tiny job, right? And then the ceiling is that. We don't have a deck. So let's take that. We always reuse estimates. from the previous one. And we had 2 doors. And wall trim, we had, that was that. Oh, wait. I didn't have that. This was this wall trim. Where did it go? Storefront. This one. No, this one. This wall trim around the windows. The window trim. So that would be 135 feet. Yeah, that's 135 feet for that window trim. So let's go back. I said wall, but it's window. Because trim, excuse me, as you can see, has a different labor rate than walls. Or than walls, 0.15. Okay, so I said 135 linear feet. That knocks it up pretty wide, and then that base was 37 square feet, and door frames. We have 2 door frames. Oh, so it's 21 feet, 21 linear feet per door. Yeah, because it's 7 and 7 is 14, right? Both sides, and then the top is 3. Is that what I said? Yeah. 14, 17 per door, both sides. That's 34. Then you have 2 doors. That's 68. Right? Do it again. Both sides, 7 and 7 for the sides. That's 14. Plus 3 for the top. That's 17. Do both sides. That's 34. And then we have 2 doors. That's 68. Okay, now we are going to do, let's see, ceiling will break we'll break everything down. So primer is everything, right? So we have to prime everything. We even have the primer. We just put the primer for everything. Now for the 2 doors, right? It's 3 by 7, 21. So a door is 42 square feet. And I have 2 doors, so that's 84 square feet for the 2 doors. Okay, so now we have to see how much primer, and we assume always with our paint, and we could go a little lower for custom homes or whatever, but for commercial, we assume that 1 gallon gives us 400 square feet. Okay, for the purpose of our estimates. And so for primer, let's get the old handy dandy calculator. We have to 1932 plus 1008 plus, what did I say for the doors? 84 plus 84 plus, we just do the linears as if they're square feet, because you gotta, you're going around them, you give yourself a little extra, plus, I don't know if I did plus already, I might have to do this again, plus 135 plus 37, then plus 68. So that's 3,264. Let's do it again. 1932 plus 1,008 plus the doors, which was 84, plus 135 plus 37 plus 68, 3264. So for primer, right, divide by 400. Make sure I wrote that down so I don't mess it up. So I messed it up. 3264 divided by 400. So 8.16. So for primer, we're just going to say we need 9. And for the walls, right, we have the walls. So for the walls, it's different, right? We're going to say, because we need two of those, right? For the primer, we only needed one coat, but for everything else, we need two coats. And so if we do for these walls, we need two coats, which is 19. So we're going to do them separately. So for the walls, we have walls here, 1932. Right? 1932. But we really got to multiply everything by 2 when it comes to paint, right? Because we need two coats. All right, so 1932 plus what else says walls? Wall base, 37. That makes it easy for us. Walls, walls, walls. Okay, so we have 1932 plus 37 equals times 2, right? Because we have to do two coats. Equals 3938 divided by 400. Because we're looking for how many gallons of paint we have to buy. And that's 9.8, so let's just say we need 10 gallons. Now, ceiling, and we're going to fix this because there is no deck. And we didn't do any prep, but we always assume the prep is done in our demo bid because we bid everything, so we don't put prep here. And I have to make sure when I say all, exclude all not indicated above. Oh, good, I did. Prep is not included. Very good. All right, so ceiling, same thing applies, right? We have 2016, because that's all of our ceiling, right? Double the 1,008. Okay, and divide by 400. That's 5.04, so we're going to be on the cheap side and just say 5. And then our doors, right? Now, we can do door frames, but we said the doors are 84. 84 plus, and then we can do the trim too for the window trim altogether. So 84, 135, and we did wall base with something else and 68. So we add those two. 135 plus 84 plus 68 equals 287 times 2 equals 574 divided by 400. Right, we're going to get 2 gallons for that. Just have a little extra. And we always want to add a lift and protection. And that is it. $4,202.25. We've added 5% overhead, 10% profit. Let's put that over here. Fix it, make it look all pretty. And we always spell check, automatically saves. But for this one, let's make it a little, oh no, we don't want to make it too small. Okay. And then we save it in a PDF. So to do this, we have to take the auto save off. File, save as. We go down here. PDF, we do it the old fashioned way. And there it is. Nope, we got to make it smaller, you see. It didn't do it. It cut it off right there. So let's do it. We want to make it pretty. I think all of that'll fit. There we go. Make that a little smaller too. Save it because it's not auto saving. And then, because we want to make sure if they print it, you don't want that. They're like, let's throw that in the trash. They don't know how to format an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, good. There we go. All beautiful. All right, so that is we did the takeoff, I think on another page or in another video, I'm not quite sure. But now this is the estimate. And remember this is all, so we'll come back and do an estimate for finishes. That wall paint, they paint that gray for some reason. And for your paint, always, we'll do a final cleaning one too. That's what that's for. So for your paint, you always want to look for your ceiling paint. It's always going to be your reflective ceiling plan. And then, a good set of plans is going to give you interior elevations. Even this is a bad set of plans and it gives me interior elevations. So you can measure accurately after you know that the plans are to scale, and you can accurately measure your heights, everything. And we just assume that we're going to paint behind all of the fixtures. We're not going to deduct that. But what we did deduct is, I probably have to go put it back because you can't really tell from here, is wall base. If the cabinetry has its own wall base, or we use the wall base that it tells us for the flooring. But from here, see how there's nothing, you can't really, it's just a bad set of plans. Well, that looks like something there, but then there's nothing there. It's like, okay, well then there's something there. And if you're a good estimator, all these things will concern you because you have to do accurate takeoff. So, but then you just, let them know in writing what you didn't include in the estimate or what you did. So, all right, if you have any questions, make sure you contact us at education@sfjohnsonconsulting.com. Give me your thoughts on the presentation, and please make sure to subscribe. See you next time.